All right. Make sure you have a blanket for later for Shavasana, or sweater if you feel like you need something to stay a little bit warmer too. And we'll go ahead and get started. So coming to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you, we're going to begin with just our normal orienting. So I'd like to start by lighting our candle together just to signify our practice and that we're doing this together. So I've got my little tea light here. I love these. Very nice. All right, so as you come into this space, I invite you to maybe lower your eyes to the ground or close them if that feels comfortable for you. Begin by taking a few breaths. So breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Coming to this practice, being here fully. You've carved out this space for yourself this morning, and being proud that you've done so. Continue breathing in and out, gentle breaths. My intention today is around finding balance in your life. So what does balance mean to you? The intention that I've chosen is I enjoy life fully. I'm experiencing life fully. I am honest. I am non-judgmental about my own desires. And I'm living as my authentic self without fear. Just pausing and thinking, how do you find balance in your life? How do you find balance in this moment? And keeping your eyes lowered or closed, I'm going to invite you to notice and really connect with your breath. Specifically bringing awareness to your solar plexus area, which is right around your belly button. Notice the breath coming in and out in that space. Again, noticing without judgment. As you breathe in and out, I invite you to visualize strong rays of light radiating from this area. They shine outward and they become stronger as you become more aware of where your center is. On your inhale, lift the heart center and feel the sensations of the collarbones widening, opening the space in the front of the heart. Notice how this feels to you. Does it feel freeing? Does it feel tight? On your next exhale, think about pulling the belly button towards the spine and arching the back. And on your next inhale, lifting the heart again. It's a gentle cat-cow in seated posture. And on your next exhale, really pulling the belly button towards the spine and arching the back. Inhaling, lift the heart forward. And exhaling, pulling the belly button back. Moving with your own breath here, waking up the spine. As you continue to move back and forth, thinking about that ray of light shining out. And then coming back to stillness, pausing just for a moment. I enjoy life fully in this moment. How are you finding balance? As you feel ready, I'm going to invite some movement. You can gently blink open your eyes. We're going to begin with our right hand down, lifting our left arm up and over, really stretching. Maybe taking some gentle pulsations if that feels good. And on your next breath, inhaling up and switching to the other side. Left hand down, right arm up and over. You can pause or you can gently pulse. Remembering to be intuitive about what feels good for you. What feels good this morning might feel different from what felt good last week or the week before. Coming back to the other side, right arm down, left arm up and over. Breathing into the side body and breathing out. Very nice. Inhaling up to center and over to the other side. Breathing into the right side body. One more breath in. And exhaling back up to center. Bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Gently twist and look over your right shoulder. Think about inhaling as you lengthen your spine long. And exhale as you twist. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Coming back to your center. Now left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Inhale as you lengthen all the way up the spine. And exhale, gently twist behind you. Very nice. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. And coming back to center. We're going to move into that cat-cow again. This time giving it a little bit more of your own natural flow. So maybe that means you want to roll around a little bit and come into some gentle circles as you breathe in and out. Maybe you want to pause with your rounded spine. How do you want to wake up the body? Continuing in your own fluid motion. And then pausing back at center. Carefully coming over to your hands and knees. I'm going to move into a more traditional cat-cow. Stacking the shoulders over your wrists, knees under your hips. Seat up, chest up, chin up, drop the belly down, taking your gaze up to the sky, your ceiling, whatever's above you. And then exhale, rounding the spine, maybe taking your gaze to your belly button. And reversing it. Moving through this a few more times on your own. And again, I invite you to move however you feel. Next time you're at neutral spine in the middle, you're going to pause here, extend your right arm up to the sky, maybe taking your gaze up, being careful not to strain your neck. Gently roll out the wrist, rolling it one way and then the other. Very nice. And then bringing it all the way down, threading the right arm underneath of the left and extending your left arm forward. Where do you notice sensation? Taking one more breath in and exhale. As you feel ready, bringing your left hand by your face, gently pressing up and extending your right arm back up to the sky. And exhale, place the hand back on earth. Moving to the other side, extend your left arm up to the sky, twisting open gently. Maybe roll out your wrists. And then reverse. And as you feel ready, threading the left arm underneath of the right, coming all the way down to that left shoulder and left side of the face if that feels good for you. And just notice, does this side feel a little different than the other? Again, noticing without judgment. Taking one more breath in and out. As you feel ready, bringing the right hand by the face, Gently pressing yourself up, open up from that twist again. And carefully coming back to hands and knees. From this neutral spine, I invite you to go back to your child's pose, either knees wide or together, placing the forehead down on the mat. Maybe roll your head side to side, massaging the forehead. Remembering what brought you here. And as you feel ready, I invite you to come up to your hands and knees again. Tucking under your toes, lifting your hips up and back to your upside down V, downward dog. And what do you need in this first upside down pose of the day? You need to lift your heels. Do you need to pedal them? Maybe you need stillness. Firmly pressing into the hands. Fingers are spread wide. And carefully begin to tiptoe your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Hanging here in a gentle forward fold. Maybe your upper body is supported by your lower body, releasing the head and the neck. And then gently and carefully rolling all the way up to the sky, extending your arms up and over. And bringing your hands to heart center. Pausing here. Maybe closing your eyes, maybe lowering them. Feeling your feet firmly planted in the ground, in your floor. And just noticing, how are you balanced in this moment? You have both feet on the floor. And then gently begin to shift your weight side to side. Noticing the little challenges in balance. Maybe do a little circle around. And if you're doing a circle, maybe reverse it. Just waking up the feet, waking up the center. And pausing back in the center. As you feel ready, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Maybe you take a little back bend if that feels good for you. Exhale all the way down into your forward fold. Inhaling, bringing your right leg back, dropping your right knee and toes. Pausing here, noticing any sensations you feel in front of the right leg. Remembering to breathe. On your next breath, inhale, maybe and reach your arms up to the sky, or you have the option to bring your arms to your left knee as well. If your arms are extended, think about maybe dropping your shoulders down away from your ears. And 2 more breaths here. Very good. Coming back down, lowering your hands, tucking under your right toes, lifting your right knee, stepping back into downward dog. And pausing here for a moment. Maybe shaking out the head, yes and no. And gently coming down to hands and knees and back into child's pose. And as you feel ready, coming back up to hands and knees, tucking under the toes, lifting up back into downward dog. This time bringing your right foot forward, dropping your left knee and your left toes. Staying down for this first one, staying low. Noticing any sensations on your left thigh. All right, and as you feel ready, maybe extending your arms up to the sky, maybe taking your gaze up. Breathing in and breathing out. And 2 more breaths here. Very nice. As you're ready, bringing your hands down, tucking your toes under. Gently spring your left foot forward to meet your right, hanging in your forward fold. And then gently rolling up, scrolling to the top, and extending all the way up to the sky. We're going to move through this a few more times. I'm going to add on a couple things this week. Again, I invite you to always do what feels good in the moment for you. You can always add, you can always change things as you feel the need to move. It's okay to move differently. I'm just offering suggestions. And on your next breath, inhaling up to the sky. Exhaling, diving forward. Inhaling, stepping your left foot back, dropping your left knee and toes. And inhaling to lift up. Staying here for 2 breaths. And as you're ready, bringing the hands down, gently shift your hips back, extending over your right leg. Maybe flexing your right toes to the ceiling or towards your face. And just notice. How do you feel balanced here? Maybe you keep a soft bend in the right knee. You're still waking up, still warming up. And on your next breath, as you feel ready, bending the right knee, coming back forward, planting the hands, tucking under the left toes, lifting up into downward dog. And as you feel ready, bringing your left foot forward, dropping your right knee and toes. Maybe extending up to the sky. And pausing here for 2 more breaths. And carefully bringing your hands down. Maybe extend your hips back, straightening out that left leg, and flexing the toes up to the sky. Remembering to breathe. And as you feel ready, bending that left knee, tucking under the right toes, stepping back and up into downward dog. You always have the option, instead of downward dog, to take table or hands and knees. Really think about honoring what you need this morning. Gently come to your hands and knees and sitting back into child's pose. Pausing here, bringing attention back to that space, solar plexus, space around the belly button. Noticing your breath. And remembering the rays of light that we were imagining earlier. And as you feel ready, coming back up to hands and knees and tucking your toes under, lifting your hips up to the sky. Gently walking your feet up to meet your hands and hanging in your forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows and sway a little. Again, challenging our balance, challenging our stability. Notice, is there anywhere you feel tension? Very nice. And as you feel ready, gently scroll up to standing again. Taking your arms up to the sky and into heart center. Bringing your mind back to your breath. Very nice. Again, inhaling up to the sky. Exhaling all the way down. Stepping your left foot back. This time you have the option to drop your knees and toes or stay up if you would like a little bit more movement. Depending on the option you chose, you can lift your chest up. And extend your heart to the sky. And on your next breath, bringing your hands down and stepping your right leg back to meet your left. You can drop to your knees or you can stay up in this plank for one moment. Again, bringing your attention to that solar plexus, your belly button area. And as you feel ready, gently coming all the way down to your belly. Now we're going to lift up into a cobra pose. In this cobra, your thighs are down on the ground, your legs are on the ground, your toes are untucked. And your heart is extending forward. Very nice. Releasing slowly to the ground. We're going to do that 3 more times. So inhaling up to cobra. Holding for 2 breaths. And releasing down. Inhaling up to cobra. Remembering not to hold your breath. And releasing down. And 1 more inhaling up to cobra. Holding this one for just a little bit longer. Very nice. And releasing down. Pressing yourself up and back into child's pose. Pausing here. Noticing any sensations in your body. How can you find balance? Within yourself. As you feel complete, bring yourself up to hands and knees, tucking under your toes, lifting up and back. Bringing your left foot forward. You can either drop your knees and toes, or you can keep your leg lifted. Gently extending your arms up to the sky. If you lifted your arms up, just notice, did your shoulders come up too? How can you lower the tension there? Very nice. 1 more breath in and out. Hands down to the ground. Stepping back into plank or hands and knees. Pausing here. Noticing your breath. And on your next exhale, lowering all the way down to the belly. You're going to move through the cobra again a few times on your own breath. So inhaling up. Maybe you want a little bit more fluidity with this. So maybe your body wants you to exhale and inhale with each movement. Or maybe you want to pause. Choosing your own path with this. Next time you're in Cobra, pausing here, noticing your breath. Really extending your heart to the sky. And exhaling down. Pressing back up to hands and knees into your downward dog. Shaking at the head. And as you feel ready, gently stepping the feet up to meet the hands, hang and forward fold. How can you make this forward fold restorative for your body? Releasing the back of the head, the neck, maybe you notice sensation in your lower back. And gently scrolling up to standing one more time. Hands to the sky. Coming straight back down into forward fold. Stepping your right leg back, dropping your knee and toes. Extending your heart up to the sky. Moving through this one a little bit quicker. Exhaling, hands down. Tucking your toes under, stepping your left foot back to meet your right, and coming down to your belly. From this pose, I would like you to prop up your right hand or your right arm on your mat in front of you. So your shoulder is stacked over right over your elbow. From this, stick your left hand out as though you're giving a thumbs up and go ahead and extend that back towards your left leg. Carefully grabbing onto your left foot if you can. If you need a blanket or a strap to assist, that's totally fine. And from here, bringing your left shoulder back around towards the front. Now, if you'd like a little bit more sensation, you can push into your hand with your left foot, and you'll feel the shoulder opening across. For a more restorative version, don't let the left leg be active. You're also welcome, if you want, you can stretch in the leg by pulling in the foot a little bit closer. The choices are definitely yours. Remaining here for 2 more breaths. And then gently releasing, placing both arms down. Now that both arms are flat on the mat or on the floor, shoulders stacked over elbows, what I want you to do is actually sink into your shoulders and drop the head and the neck. I want you to release tension here. So think about letting go. Your forearms are supporting you. Holding this for 3 more breaths. And as you feel ready, lifting your chest back up. On this side, left arm firmly planted in the ground, left hand down. Stick your right hand out like you're giving the sky a thumbs up. And then extend your arm back towards your foot. Gently grabbing onto your right leg. And then think about bringing that right shoulder back to face the front. You have the option to gently press into your right foot, to your right hand, really stretching out the front of the right shoulder, the right arm. And staying here for a few more breaths. And as you feel ready, gently releasing the foot and the hand, coming back, both forearms down, and releasing the shoulders and releasing the head and the neck. And this is your Sphinx pose. And pausing here. And as you feel ready, gently bringing your hands back to your side, pressing yourself back and up into a downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. On your next breath, stepping your right foot forward here and dropping your left knee and toes. Extending your arms up to the sky. Really sinking into the hips. And bringing your hands down. Bringing your left foot back to meet your right. Or right foot back to meet your left. And dropping back down to your belly. You have the option here to move into full bow. We just did half bow. If you like to move into full bow, you can bring both of your hands back, but grabbing one at a time, and then gently pressing your hands into your feet into your hands. If you go here, just remembering to bring your knees in and trying to hold them together. If you'd like to move into half with me, I'm going to put my right arm down, extending my left arm out, and then gently grabbing onto my left foot and pressing my foot into my hand. Holding this for 2 more breaths. Very nice. Gently dropping the left foot Bringing your hands together in Sphinx and then dropping the head and neck. Just really releases tension in the shoulders. And on your next breath, inhaling up and switching sides maybe, or going back into your full. I'm extending my right arm back, thumb to the ceiling, catching my right leg, and gently pressing my foot into my hand. And pausing here for 2 more breaths. Very nice. Bringing both arms back, dropping your shoulders, dropping your head and neck. Maybe gently shake your head side to side. And just notice your tension in your jaw. Where can you rest? And on your next breath, lifting up, pressing into your hands and back into child's pose. Maybe taking a different version, knees together or knees a little further apart. Notice if this feels different in your body. Remaining here for 3 more breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And from your child's pose, coming up to a seated position. So you can either choose to extend your left leg or you can keep it tucked in. For me, I'm actually going to extend it and then gently bringing your right leg up and over your left. Both feet are facing forward and your knee is hugged in nice and close to your body. To start, I actually want you to just hug it in really tight and maybe rock around a little bit, noticing that balance again. And where do you notice sensation when you do that? And then finally planting that right foot, extending your right arm back behind you and as a nice prop to hold yourself up, and then twisting your body. You can either have your arm up, your left arm up to help twist, or you can gently press in. Choose what feels good here for you. Like in the beginning when we were twisting, I would like for you to think about inhaling and lengthening the spine, and then exhaling into your gentle twist. If you feel any strain or tension in your neck or your head, maybe back off a little bit. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Inhaling to lengthen. And exhaling to twist. Inhaling. And exhaling. And one more, inhaling up. And exhaling over. Coming back to center, we're going to do a little counter twist. So coming back over, maybe taking your gaze over the left. And then coming back to center. And switching sides, either extending your right leg or tucking your right leg in. Squeezing your left leg up and into the other side. And then maybe hug your left leg. And then coming into those gentle circles. Or back and forth, noticing your balance. And then planting that left foot facing forward as you're ready. Bring your left hand behind you, right arm up and over. You can either keep your arm down or connect the elbow on the outside of the knee. And taking your gaze up and over the left shoulder. Think about inhaling as you lengthen and exhaling as you twist. We're going to stay here for 5 more breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out. One more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhaling. Coming back to center, gently counter twist on the other side. Maybe take your gaze over your right shoulder. And coming back to the middle. Extend both of your legs out. Maybe scoot yourself side to side until you feel supported. I'm going to ask you to either use a prop to help support you for this fold, forward fold, or you can just gently release either way. So inhaling and then exhaling to extend over the legs. I'm going to choose a supported option this morning and have my arms on the blanket and then relax my head down. You can keep your feet flexed, or you can relax them for a more restorative version. Again, choosing what your body needs this morning. Choosing what feels good for you this morning. Where do you need to let go of tension? Is it your jaw? Is it the back of the neck? We're going to stay here for 5 more breaths. And one more breathing in. And breathing out. Very nice. Gently sitting up and carefully coming onto your back. I'm going to move into bridge. Like I've offered before, you can choose to take a supported version if that feels good today, with the blanket, a block, or whatever you have, a pillow, anything underneath of your hips. Or you can choose, if you'd like a little bit more movement this morning, you can gently press your feet into the ground, lifting your hips up to the sky. And if you'd like, you can clasp your arms underneath the body. Remembering to breathe in and breathe out. If you've chosen the supported method, please just stay there. Otherwise, carefully coming down from the lifted bridge, maybe windshield wipering the legs. And then one more. Pressing the feet into the ground, lifting the hips up to the sky. Maybe clasping the hands underneath the body. And gently releasing, removing your blanket if you have one. And carefully windshield wiping the legs together and apart. Bringing your right leg up and over, making a figure 4 over your left knee. Thinking about keeping that right leg flexed. Taking your arms, gently pull in your left thigh towards your body. Remembering to keep both feet flexed to protect the knees. And you can wiggle a little from side to side if that feels nice. Or you can remain still. Holding this for 3 more breaths. And one more in and out. From here, closing your legs a little bit tighter, really squeezing them in, and dropping your knees over to the left, taking your gaze over to the right. We're dropping right into our twist. Thinking about keeping both shoulder blades on the earth. And pausing here for 3 more breaths. And one more inhale. And exhale. Gently coming back up to center. Placing both feet back on the ground. Lifting your left leg up. Flexing the foot and making that figure 4 shape across your right knee. Now extending your arms forward and squeezing that right leg in towards your chest. Remembering to flex your feet if that feels good for you. Maybe rocking side to side or choosing to remain still. And we're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. And 1 more inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hands, squeezing the legs together, dropping the knees over to the right, and taking your gaze to the left. Pausing in this gentle twist. And we're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. And breathing in through the nose and out. Gently coming back to center. Taking any final movements that you feel would help you complete your practice so that you can comfortably move into your final resting posture. Maybe gathering a blanket, maybe lowering your lights. And as you feel ready, gently extending your right leg and your left leg out into your final resting. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. How can you let go? How can you find balance? remaining in this final resting place, listening to the words that I will read. She let go. She let go without a thought or a word. She let go. She let go of the fear. She let go of the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all of the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all of the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was, and it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. She Let Go by Sapphire Rose. Inviting some gentle movement back into your fingers and toes. Feeling the floor support you. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more inhale through the nose and out. Curling into a tight ball, maybe rolling over to one side. Pausing there, feeling supported. And gently pressing yourself up to a seated, comfortable position. keeping the eyes heavy or low or closed. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart or somewhere meaningful to you. And together we breathe in. And together we breathe out. And bowing the head and bowing forward, honoring each other in this practice today.